Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching Legacies. This episode 5 of season 3. Hopefully guys have been enjoying the series so far. Last episode again was really interesting because we seen the necromancer try to carry on with his plan, and that was resurrecting, that's right, Malavo. He wanted to obviously bring him to the present. He wants to take control of him, use him as his little slave because he's the all-powerful, and wants to bring back all of the monsters that have been defeated so far, obviously with the help of Alyssa as well, by using MG as one of kind of like the main factors of how to bring them back. Pretty much she explained to MG that her blood, his blood, and Raphael's, so obviously you got the witch, wolf and vampire, they're going to drop that into the pit, and as each monster rises, then she said MG would get weaker obviously until he dies, and then it doesn't matter, don't worry, because once you have died, then Necromancer's going to resurrect you, and then them two could be together forever. You know, she did sound like one of those crazy people, but it was interesting. MG obviously was trying to plead with her. He was trying to speak to her logically, try to understand why she's in this situation, what she's doing, and they ended up having a conversation about obviously her transitioning into obviously being the witch, and obviously how her parents died, and he was trying to make comparisons, and she was saying, look mate, the thing is, the difference between us is my parents actually love me, yeah? You think that I lost control as a kid because they didn't want me, because they found out I was supernatural and they ended up killing them. No, that isn't the actual case. They absolutely loved me, and it was just a magic that went wrong, and they suffered obviously in a fire where your family, they rejected you when they found out. So there's no comparison to us, we're different. So don't think that you understand me and where I'm coming from and the actions that I'm undertaking. It was very interesting. Landon and Hope as well, they was having a decent episode. You know, there was a threat in the school, like I said, the monsters was coming, and somebody had put a boundary spell, that's right, Alyssa, so nobody could get through the supernaturals to actually save the people in Mystic Falls High School. But the only person that could get through the spell was Landon, because he is no longer supernatural. And it come down to, obviously, I would hope let him go in and try and save the day, even though he's got no powers, and risk obviously losing his life, or will she try and get in the way? Well, the first block in their relationship was to try and get past this, and you know what? Fair play to Hope. She didn't even stand in his way. She was like, look, I know what you got to do. Go in there, take out the candle. That will drop the barrier spell. We can come in, we can save them. And she let him go. Literally, she was like, you want to do what you want to do. I'm not going to stand in your way. Let's go. That's progression for Hope, definitely. It really is. She was obviously reluctant, but she didn't even question it. She was like, you go and do it. So there it is. Landon's gone in. He's seen the necromancer. He's seen Malavo. You know, the necromancer told Malavo to deal with Landon how he sees fit. So he never really specified, go kill him. Malavo went to try and kill him. Landon was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Cut himself a new deal, mate. Literally, he was like, you want to take out him, I want to take out him, don't take out me, we'll work together, XYZ. And he ended up kind of, you know, Malavo kind of went consumed or went inside of Landon. So he didn't actually like absorb him. Landon kind of absorbed him, which is fascinating. So Necromancer was on the football field. He was taking out more people, doing the ritual to bring more monsters back. When a dragon come over, Hope come over as well. Landon actually come over as Malavo, punched a Necromancer, went over, ripped his mouth open like this wide to go and eat him. And then obviously the dragon come, burn Landon. Hope come running in screaming. No, she's obviously like fuming. She's whipped off the head of the necromancer. She's gone to see Landon. Obviously his body's crisp and burnt to ashes. She's turned around, she's devastated. He's rose again like a phoenix, I'm assuming because Malavo was inside of him, and he's still in the present. So I mean, that was very interesting, obviously, because she thought he was dead, she thought he was normal. I thought he was dead, then he was back. I'm not too sure if he's still consumed by Malavo or not, but also we know he is in the present. And then, and obviously the only way they could get away from all this chaos and all the magic is to eliminate all of the spells that Alyssa put into the world, because that is what is tied to all these monsters. And MG managed to get through to her. He said, look mate, you're not a bad person, he's using you, we'll work together, we'll figure out a way, we'll defeat him and we'll get you back. They ended up, obviously, because she has got a soft spot for him, she worked with him, she got the twins in, they created a new ascendant, they used the Bennett blood, they said that obviously a supernova was going on consistently right now, luckily for them, and they extracted all of the magic she'd done and transferred it into a new prison world. But while they'd done that as well, it extracted Hope and Landon over there, which is really interesting. And the Necromancer as well, and Malivore, so all of them are there. Hope was like, look mate, I've seen us how we get out of this place once before, and that is how Kai done it. Jump into the Malivore pit, and they decided to do that. They ran over, they jumped in the pit together, they were holding each other. They was like, maybe we may forget each other. So they started obviously telling each other how much they loved them, give each other a kiss, and they did resurrect into the present. As they did come back, Hope awoke, Landon wasn't there, looked like he didn't turn back up. Then obviously he come walking in with a peanut butter shake like she likes. He's like, look mate, I remember you, not really sure how. Everybody's possibly going to forget us, so we don't need to run back to see him right now. Let's have a dance. So they had a little sway, they had a little kiss, ended up sleeping with each other for the first time. Really nice, good scene, wasn't forced, it was great. Also going on in the school, Rick obviously had the help of the sheriff. He ended up saying to her, look mate, you know, I'm not going to decompel you to forget, so to speak, of everything that's gone on. It's up to you now. I want us to be on a level playing field. If you want to be involved kind of with me and me involved with you, we need to be on the straight and narrow path. You've got all the information, there's supernaturals, there's this, there's that. What are you going to do with it? Obviously, we didn't find out, but he's put it out on the line. I like it. And Josie as well has expressed to Lizzie that she wants to go to Mystic Falls High School. You know, she's took a magic back, put it in the coin, give it Lizzie to keep safe. I said, look, the reason I was there before is because I'm thinking about transferring. So, I mean, I don't want her to, I really don't, but it'd be interesting to see. And obviously, Lizzie went to go and tell MG that she actually has started to catch feelings for him, but it was too late, mate, because after everybody saved the day, Lizzie was going to run and tell MG that she actually caught feels for him. As she got round the corner, he was there, he was kissing Alyssa, mate. How interesting is that? I'm obviously devastated for Lizzie. I didn't really want MG and Alyssa to be together, but if MG's going to be happy, he didn't know Lizzie wanted to be with him, did he? So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and we'll see how that one progresses as well. So, mate, loads of stuff going on. Very interesting. Hopefully you liked today's episode, and if you do, please smash the like, really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into episode 5 of season 3 of Legacies. Obviously, you would be devastated, but man, we've seen it all before. I wouldn't be so quick to judge that he's gone.
What the hell do you think you're doing? Who are you?
Oh, Lizzie don't remember.
It's a long story.
Interesting.
This is all very confusing. Hope, right?
Michelson, actually. Klaus's daughter.
Vampires can't have babies. Anyone else thinking she's a monster?
I also know that you're a witch, an annoyed witch, probably wondering why MG's off with Alyssa Chang instead of you.
Or psychic.
You're a vampire. Do you remember that spell that Josie did to get rid of the Oni? Which I know about, clearly.
Listen, we don't doubt what you know. We just doubt how you know.
I believe you. And I can teach it to you if it's okay with my dad.
Easy way of getting around this is the first time they burnt all the evidence that they existed, didn't they? This time she's like, there's my bedroom, clearly. Look at my pictures. That's me and Landon. Yeah, look at Landon and Raph's room. Yeah, you got all these books. You haven't had time to burn no evidence, so it's easy way. Oh, 3 weeks later.
The Salvatore School was built for one purpose: to protect young vampires, witches, and werewolves. And we lost one of our own. Now we intend to find him no matter what the cost, and we will not rest until we know what happened.
Hope. I've got an idea. We're looking for Pinky.
You found him, but I'm closed.
What the hell is that?
A gift for you, I'm guessing. A little young, don't you think, pal?
Is your real business is selling black market supernatural artifacts?
The kid should wait in the car.
That won't be necessary.
Yeah, she looks good.
Lock the door.
It's not in here.
Then try being a little more specific about what you're after.
All we know is that it's some sort of vessel. Whatever's inside this thing can grant your heart's most impossible desire, and that's a direct quote.
Your heart started to race when you found out what it does. Which means that you still have it, so now we're just negotiating the price.
But it looks like you brought a knife to a gunfight.
Put the shotgun down. Are you gonna get this blade shot through your skull?
All right, Hope, stop. That's a death spell, Hope, don't.
Damn. Hey, but get out of here. The spell won't work if she can't see you.
Best spell, love
I was
it.
just scaring him.
And me.
You promised me that we would do whatever it takes to get Landon back.
Wakey, wakey, eggs
Interesting,
and bakey.
What's wrong?
Unless you consider astral projecting into a prison world to search for your frenemy's gooified Phoenix boyfriend problematic. But on the bright side, it means that Dad trusts us more than ever.
I don't eat bacon since I was a pig in a fairy tale, and I don't do magic.
We are getting new uniforms for the flag football team. Should I put you down as a stallion or Timberwolf or One of each.
I'll get back to you on that.
Can I have a breakfast Sammy to go? I rented a place for a couple of days with a pool so we could, get away and reset. I was gonna invite you.
But Alyssa Chang didn't think it would be a good idea.
Not the truck. They call it vamp speed for a reason, Doc. As much as I like to take the credit, your ex-girlfriend actually did most of the work. You're the one that chose to tell her that Mystic Falls was overrun with supernaturals.
Which is why I don't blame her for making the decision she did.
She's
I was
bounced.
just trying to embrace honesty. How about the bad news?
Boiled peanuts are nasty.
Dr. Saltzman.
Why is that open?
It's the therapy box. It creates scenarios.
Trust me, I know. The last time I was forced to use it turned me into a brassy barmaid and made me realize my relationship with Landon was doomed.
Designed to resolve what everyone's subconscious was dealing with. But if it's just you in there, it should create one to deal with your specific problem.
I've said it once, right? I'll say it again. Hope has definitely lost pure weight now. Again, I am going to say I had no physical problem with her before. I thought she was cute then. I always said she was beautiful when she smiled. She still is now. I just think that it's noticeable now that she's lost weight. Now, I think it's because you watch it just boom, 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 boom. Do you know what I mean? You just notice a change just like that. Where obviously if I was watching it, maybe, I don't know, break and then I was waited a year and then come back, I wouldn't notice it. But you always do. It's like when you finish season 2 or something, someone's got long hair, like Jeremy, for example. He has dead long hair, and then next season, he's got short hair. And it's like, you notice it straight away just like that because you just bounced into the next episode.
Ready Player One.
Oh, that film is sick. Well, the book is.
How was what?
Looks like somebody had a little bit too much to drink. I'll get you some water. You are the one who chose to punch her V-card in the creepy-ass cabin of the Mystic Falls maintenance man.
Lizzie, stop.
Hope Michelson is so sweet and smart and sensible, and she would never make a mistake like Lizzie Saltzman. Ask Landon. He's probably off somewhere writing a song about banging you.
Oh, this is well interesting. Oh, I did not expect that. Oh, check these.
Look at all this destruction. It's like a bomb went off in Mystic Falls.
Relax. We're astral projecting, remember? It can't see, touch, or hurt us. You and Alyssa Chang. Oh, we never really talked about that. It wasn't cool of her to destroy the Ascendant that we used to make this world without telling anyone.
As if that happened without us watching
that's
it.
not why I brought you here. What we're really trying to find is a way to convince Josie to stay at the Salvatore school.
Oh, right. It's cool, yeah. Seems like the relationship's just meh so far. Also, we've just got, out the blue, the Ascendant have been destroyed by Alyssa since the last episode, which we haven't seen. And it's just, yeah, just destroyed. No worries, no dramas. Interesting.
My name is Josette Saltzman. I'm here for the orientation tour.
I'll be right out.
I'm dealing with a family emergency, so there's been a change of plans, and I won't be attending classes here after all. I heard your family left town.
They did. I would have gone with, but the town they moved to already has a QB1.
Name's Finch. Ready for that tour?
I tell you what I like about Josie. I never know if she's going to go with a woman or a guy. Do you know what I mean?
Hope Michelson?
How do you know my... Okay, it doesn't matter. Point is that you can't be out here alone in the woods doing hot guy stuff. I need to find Landon.
So you're still with that guy?
That's your takeaway. Okay, you need to go.
Well, so do you, because I just saw Landon at the dock with Lizzie's sister.
Oh. Oh, God. That's an interesting death.
I don't drink the brown stuff.
Might as well take advantage.
That's your little negotiator.
Dealing with another man.
I never know what I'm getting with this show. It's always that random. That's why it keeps me on the edge.
That there's a killer on the loose. Yes, the maintenance man. Have you seen him? It was hard to miss him when he tried slicing me in half, but Landon saved me, but now he's hurt. That's his blood.
Come with me.
I can't. I have to solve the problem.
Is that Michael Myers?
Joe!
Imagine seeing that. All the floor. Absolute clock around his head. That's Landon in that mask. It's got a face of fear in dying or something.
Try telling her how you feel.
Subtle manipulation and the occasional act of emotional terrorism, not that she's even noticed.
Why do you think everything you've tried hasn't worked?
I didn't bring you here to ask questions, okay? I brought you here to find answers.
Alyssa's waiting for me.
Well, she can continue to wait because this is a prison world and you can't leave until we find what we came for.
Even if Babe Ruth used this bad boy to slug every homer he ever hit, we don't have a deal. Because ever since I got my hands on that thing, I've been having these dreams. And I'm not the kind of guy that does that. Like you said, that artifact's gonna grant my heart's most impossible desire. Now take your bat and go.
That little witch has lost more in her life than almost anyone I know. I am well aware of the line I'm about to cross.
Doesn't have to go like this.
It's your call, Peaky.
No, I want the bat to go clean off his head. That's what I want.
Jed, where's Landon?
Oh.
Is that you?
Landon?
Oh, help!
Dr. Salter.
Oh, it's Rick.
What do I do?
Landon.
You've killed all of my friends. Everyone I love is dead. You won.
Hey, Landon, she's killed him.
I win.
You still haven't figured it out? Come with me.
You know, I definitely called that was Landon under the mask. That's not shocking to me. But I don't know what was that with Rick and him disappearing, you know? I'm still trying to put two and two together right now, and it's like it's too much for me on the spot to process to try and get an answer, and that does my head in sometimes. Like right now, literally, I feel like I'm banging my head against the wall. But let's just see how it plays out. Because again, like I was saying when she walked down to the docks, that the reason why I do like this program is that every single episode, I actually never know what I'm getting. The stories are so not random. That's not like, because when it's random, it means it's not consistent. It's all over the place. But it's so like left field that like it still plays part of the story, but it's not something that you would have expected before you got into the episode. So like when we clicked on this one after watching the last one, there was no way you'd think that she'd come into this. I forgot the box, the Sham de Chasse or whatever it's called, and like have her own Halloween murderous type world going on, try to resemble something that she's trying to find an answer for in the present. You know. Also, we had like 2 episodes ago, we had a musical that was literally like out of nowhere, but it tied into the story with the relationships and he was building and the monsters and the Malifaux. So it's great. Like it's always tying into the story, but always not what you expect, which to me is a bonus because I never want to come in knowing you got the same rinse and repeat stuff. I like coming in being excited and like, you know, like kept on my toes consistently.
Been vamping all over town searching for Landon. No luck.
If I want Josie to stay, I just need to come out and say it. Finally realized that her happiness is just as important as mine is. The reason I snapped at you, it was about what Alyssa swooped in and did before I worked up the courage to stop her.
Destroying the Ascendant.
Oh, you tried. Oh, she tried.
You look pretty.
A lot less bloody, at least.
What really matters is what happened to your friends.
You murdered them, then they disappeared.
So will I. Once you realize that this is all a game.
Like you said, your friends died in the scenario it created.
That's inevitable.
I'm mad I couldn't save them, because all I cared about was saving you. What do you want me to say? The reason why I can't find or kill you in this stupid game is because you're already dead? Landon would never want me to give up on him.
Are you sure?
If I'm in this therapy box, shouldn't I have gotten an escape word once I had my breakthrough?
You know being a tribrid makes you and your blood toxic to Malifaux. That I'm his biological son. What do you really think happened to me? We can say it together, if that helps.
Oh, I thought she was going to say diagonally.
I can barely hear you. Where are you? The moon? I'm running late. I got sidetracked with Lizzie and Landon.
Oh.
It's naked.
On second thought, you stay where you are.
What the hell, mate? First of all, why's Caleb been invited? One second. Did they all know? Did she know all of them was going to this pool party? Because if she did, why is she cheating on him or sleeping with Jed at that location? I understand if it was somewhere else, but like it seemed like that was supposed to be a spot where he was all going, so it's kind of like inevitable people are going to see it. MG man, please read the room. You know you better with Lizzie. You know she's the one your heart's always desired. She's the one for you. You're the one for her. She told you. You read it wrong. But I'm hoping that you read the situation now and think, no, well, this is not the right person. Also, I'm really excited for you, Josie. I actually am, yeah. Look how happy you look right there. I've not seen you in this school yet, but I do want you to have a love interest. Now, like I said, one of the best things about you is I don't know if you're going for a boy or a girl. That is fantastic. Again, keeping me on my toes, keeping me guessing, getting me excited. I thought he was going with a QB1, and now I might think you're going with this woman. I thought he was going with Jade. Do you know what I mean? You've got potential options, mate. You're a lucky girl.
Oh, this place seems perfect for me right now.
You were staring at me the whole time.
I was just listening very intently.
Got it.
Ethan gave you the stink eye when he saw you earlier.
Me and his sister dated for a minute. It's a long story.
You can tell me all about it at lunch.
Not gonna happen. I'm perceptive too. I heard what you said earlier. You're not gonna go here. Then why'd you take the tour?
Because I wanted to. And I really do want to come here. If I can sit at your table.
Yes, Josie, mate. Look at the confidence in them. Ain't it, mate? Get in there, so.
I'll tell you at lunch.
Oh, you know.
Oh,
just
she
saying.
didn't say it. Oh, she's saying.
You said it yourself. This place isn't real. You can't stay here.
You mean me being powerless, you haunting me, them being in trouble? So, for once in my life, I am not going to sacrifice what I love to metaphorically save anyone. I didn't say the word.
Well, in layman's terms, I unplugged the damn thing, which Vardamus assured me was safe to do with the single user.
Meet them.
Oh, it's just now.
Let me show you something.
Yeah.
How did you find that?
I'm being wildly irresponsible.
What is this artifact? What is this artifact, mate? What is it? How can she make a wish and Landon comes back? It's so interesting. I'm actually liking this episode. It's been a good one.
I don't really drink like that.
And I just saw Jet naked. Make the exception.
How did I think dating Maleficent was gonna end well?
Wow, because Maleficent's good looking, man.
I made a promise to you. If anyone wanted to come at you, they had to go through me. I know it's an unpopular opinion around these parts, but Landon's gone, bro.
But you don't know that.
Okay, did you and Lizzie find Landon in that prison world or not?
But I did stand up to her. For myself.
You did? You?
Yeah, in a gentlemanly way.
Promise me you keep that up. Instead of going along with it whenever you feel you need to.
I know you think me going to school in Mystic Falls is wrong.
Go on, tell her it's good, Lizzie.
Because it is just like that.
Yes. That's something Caroline
You
do.
only get one chance to make a good first impression.
This is great. Really great. You're okay with this?
As long as there are twin cuddles available on demand.
Oh, I love that, mate. Literally, I do love these two together.
It looks like you're having a private moment. I'll just come back.
It's okay, because there's nothing in here to keep me company.
I think we should go after anything that'll solve this.
The school needs to reopen. And it can't if you keep putting everything else aside like you have been. This is how we should honor him.
You get all that from the therapy box.
In an extremely annoying way.
Look, she's at the bridge, right? She's going to throw it in and Landon's going to be at the bottom of it or something. Or I wish it's going to happen. Because he's in the Malibu. He's not dead.
This is happening to me again. He's gone.
Here we go. I just said this. Let's have a look. That kind of like what happened when the Ascendant took him to the prison world. Do you remember? I called it last episode. I knew he took a necklace. I seen him pull it. Ah, finishing there. Do you know what would have been really good if it's kind of like the Vampire Diaries? Remember that episode where it's like, hello, brother? That would have been really good because, you know, we had the musical that was kind of referencing the Vampire Diaries. Would have been good here as well. If you open that door and Clark was stood there, hello, brother? You know what I mean? That would have been fun. But, as we've been told before, that Hope, Malvo doesn't really like her because either she's not got all aspects of her powers triggered, so or maybe it's something to do with her that he dislikes and he always spits her out, doesn't he? And maybe he was thinking that if he could take something that resembles Hope or from her, the Michelson necklace, then it can help him. Now I knew that he took a necklace. Do you remember when I didn't know which one it was though? I'm not too sure if she wears two of them, Hope. I know that she wore the M. I knew that she definitely wore that one. Now I remember as well when Haley died. Do you remember he was at the bridge and he was having a burial and she was laid down and he was all putting stuff on and Hope said to Freya, you know, can I have the necklace? And she was like, of course you can. And she picked it up and she put it around her, you know, tied it. And then they pushed Haley off, didn't they? And shot her with the bow and she had like a nice send-off the way they do with the wolves. And like, I knew she wore two of them, but I didn't know which one he took. But it's interesting that he's down in Malifaux. I'm glad that he's not dead. It would have made sense that he died because obviously at the time that we seen him, Malifaux was inside of him, so to speak. And then he was burnt and then obviously he's come back alive and all this stuff. So that's intriguing. We didn't see a necromancer today. or actual Malivore after he was chasing him, but we did see them astral projecting Lizzie and MG into the prison world, but they didn't see them, but they obviously seen some of the other monsters, but they couldn't see them because he was astral projecting. It was quite funny as well when MG screamed. But again, like I said, they was looking for Landon. He wasn't there. I think they was trying to like play in this like episode that Landon is actually gone, and Hope's going to have to try and move on. You know, like without him, he's not going to be around. She has to come to terms. That's why she went inside the therapy box, and you know, like she was looking for the answer that she doesn't physically want to know, and that is to know that is Landon is possibly dead, and this is going to be the final goodbye that they're going to see each other. But like I said, I'm happy that he's in Malivore. I knew that he wasn't going to die. I feel like Landon can't die. I just feel that way. I feel like because it looks like Malivore can't die. He's been around for absolute centuries. That Landon's got some sort of aspect. And Ryan as well, like he's been around for ages. So I feel like it's much harder for him to, you know, die than just, I know it sounds dark, getting burnt off a dragon, but I feel like that is not a good enough death for them. I think it's going to have to be some crazy, mad, mystical, dark object, like a loophole. You know, like the way Cade died, it had to be a dagger that was fashioned from hell. It's going to be something like that. Something from Malivore's own physical creation that kills Landon. That's what I feel like the only thing that should be able to do it. But again, like, I'm very intrigued to see how it goes. I thought this episode was great. Lots of story to telling. Lots of things to dissect in the outro in a second. And yeah, like relationships as well. Man, there's a few of them getting built, so it's really exciting. Okay, and that's going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching today's episode, and hopefully you enjoyed the rest of the series to come. But we were speaking about relationships just a second ago, and that is where we will start right now. Let me start with Rick just before I forget it. This is the second time he's extended his kind of like feelings towards the sheriff, and she's balanced both times, so she didn't like it. Do you know what I mean? He has told her 2 separate occasions about the supernaturals, and she has ran away pretty much from it both times. The first time they had to compel her, the second time he let her keep all the memories and make her own decision, and in this episode we was told that she'd left and she's got a job somewhere else. So I mean, that's quite sad with him, because I was really happy like that he was possibly going to be happy himself in a relationship. I liked his speech when he went to her house and give her the flowers. I hate it when we give like nice momentous moments and then the next episode they don't, or well the rest of the series or whatever, they don't make any difference whatsoever. So like that one when he turned up to her door and said a great speech and all that, like I loved it, and I would like it to continue playing. So hopefully she comes back and his storyline can progress. But like I said, moving on to her next relationship one, Hope, she's going to have to come to the terms with Landon that he's not here, but he's going to be in Malivore trying to fight his way back, and that's going to be obviously very, very interesting. You know, I like it. You got 2 different ones, one trying to remember how to get back and how to fight for the love, the other one trying to, you know, like reminisce and be grateful for what they had but try to move on. So that's fascinating. We've got a potential new one being introduced with JOSIE going to Mystic Falls High School, and the new female that took her around the school showing her, you know, like all the different things that the school has to offer. You know, I like how JOSIE's very confident. Actually, she's way more confident than she gives herself credit for, because she was insinuating that you know, I'll come to school if you let me like take you out, if we sit together, you know, if I can see you a bit more. And she took a step closer as well, showing that, you know, she's making the first move. I like it. So again, it's really exciting. I like the fact that straight away from relationships right now, but Lizzie accepted that she can go to the school. Obviously it was never her choice, but JOSIE, she felt obviously a little bit bad that her sister felt like you know, she was let down, or she was devastated that she was going, and you know, she probably wasn't going to go if she told her that she didn't want to. But like we said, when we was in the prison world, when she was astral projecting with MG, she said, mate, I've realised that if she wants to be happy, I'm happy. I can't be selfish. I want to tell her really badly not to go, but it's going to be her decision. You know, it's her choice. I'm not going to stand in the way of her being happy. And she told her as well, she said, are you cool with me going? She was like, no, not really. Do you know what I mean? But if you want to go, then you can't go dressed like that, mate. You can't go to a school that doesn't have uniforms wearing a uniform. You have to go in style. There's only one way you can make a first impression. And they embraced, didn't they, mate? She said, look, this is always going to be your home. I'm not bothered if you go there to Mystic Falls High School, as long as he's going to be twin cuddles, there's going to be, you know, like gossip nights, and we're always going to be together. But if you want to do what you want to do, go for it. You know what? Very exciting. Very happy for Lizzie. She's progressed as a character there, definitely. Always before she was going to be selfish and thinking about herself, especially when you think about the Mystic Falls pageant, you know what I mean? Like, she was never thinking about JOSIE once, and look, her character has progressed, and it's really exciting to see. Also, you know, she expressed to she told MD that she liked him. Well, I mean, she didn't physically say that, but I don't know how much clearer you can make it without physically saying, I like you. Do you know what I mean? She said, look, I'm pretty devastated that Alyssa managed to tell you what I wanted to tell you before I got there. And he was like, what? About the Ascendant? Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, God's sake, MG, man. And then, obviously, speaking about Alyssa and MG, he was going to, well, they organised a pool party to make everyone feel good, but obviously Alyssa told her not to invite Lizzie. That's why they've not been talking quite often. He was obviously helping her astral project, so Caleb went first. He was going there, he's about to chill. See Jed come out naked to get a pizza, the mad guy walking out in the street, and obviously she's sleeping with Jed while she's told MG that she wants to be with him and pushed him away from Lizzie. I'm not happy about that. See what I mean, Alyssa, man? Every time I'm thinking that you're doing on the right track and you're moving in the right direction, you always pull yourself back and I get disappointed again. The only thing that I'm going to say I actually don't mind is that you're with Jed, who was with you at the start when nobody liked you. So, like, no one liked you. Yeah, Jed still did. So, I mean, I've got to say, that's pretty good because Jed's been consistent. He's always, ever since he was introduced, said he liked her even when other people didn't. So I'm happy for him. I'm actually think it's better anyway in terms of the storyline because, I mean, who wanted MG and Alyssa? Not me. I wanted MG and Lizzie all day, every day. So if we go back to Jed and Alyssa and Lizzie and MG, then that is way better for me. And hopefully he reads the room properly, yeah, and they could be together, so that's exciting as well. And I thought it was being a good episode. I really like the storytelling. It's kind of like Halloween vibes, getting close to it as well. It's really fitting, and I do like how every episode that we click on, we don't really know what we're going to get in the story. We know it's going to play a continuous factor in the story that's being told, but we never know how it's going to play out, whether it's going to be inside a therapy box, whether it's going to be a random musical, whether we're going to go obviously inside somebody's head or down into Malibu, or just walk around in the standard general Mystic Falls school. It's very exciting, and we don't even know if we're fighting monsters or just love interests or you know what I mean, mad stuff. And that is what I like about this series. It keeps me on my toes all the time, and I'm always guessing on what episode's coming next. So thanks so much, everyone. I have no idea what the next one's going to be, talking about the next episode, but it will be up on the channel as soon as possible. So thanks, everyone. If you enjoyed today's episode, please smash a like, it really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, I will catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.